All right, so here we have a good left side rotor where you take the brake rotor and slide it in between the brake pads, and it has no issue whatsoever fitting in between. Then you take the bad the bad caliper and you go to try to insert in between with the piston entirely depressed. Come get this angle right straight down. The piston's entirely depressed. However, this brake pad here will not allow this brake rotor, no matter how far it goes back, to fit in between. And that is because of this piece right here. This metal piece starts further into the mold than this one here. So this one, you can see it's essentially a straight line from the outer mold to this inner part that holds the brake pad. So it's a straight line, it hardly goes in. You can look based on where this clip is located here. Now if you look at this one, when you go and line it up, there's a clear gap in between the inner mold that holds the brace for the brake pad and the outer mold of the thing, which is keeping the rotor itself from fitting in between the brake pads in this particular caliper. And the same thing with this caliper, which was the one that we just received. So we still have this gap. If you look, you can see clearly the gap in between this mold, or what's represented by my ruler, and the metal piece that braces the brake pads. Whereas this one, again, if you look, there's very, very little gap, maybe 1/4 of an inch. This one here, 3/4 of an inch to 1/2 an inch, where no matter what, you will not be able to fit this rotor in between, regardless of how you manipulate it. This rotor will not fit in between the brake pads with the piston completely depressed because of the molding of these pieces. This piece here and this piece here. All of the others are correct. They all slide in perfectly. However, these two, which is the back or the left side rotor, will not allow any of our rotors to slide in between the brake pads as they sit now, regardless of how far the piston is depressed, because of this piece. That's all.